Huh? Huh? What? This is a strange news story rumor thing. This was talked about. Sean Chandler talks about podcasts, but I also kind of heard about other YouTubers covering this too, and I was kind of thinking about it. I was like, what the hell are you doing? DC will never get their crap together. This story just proves it to me. But, so first of all, we're releasing the Snyder Cut. That happened. That's coming. But also, they're bringing back Michael Keaton Batman to be Batman. So basically, the point is that in the Flashpoint movie, which, okay, first of all, you can't just do a Flashpoint movie, but DC just doesn't understand that because Flashpoint is a complicated reboot of the DC Comics universe that relies on other comics and other stories to come together. They made it one animated movie, and it worked out okay, but you can't just make it a movie like that. I think they're just trying to rip off Spider-Verse success, but what I don't understand here is Spider-Verse was not that big of a hit. It was more a hit on Blu-ray, DVD, 4K, and Netflix. It wasn't a huge hit of a movie, but yet, this is what they're going with. I don't think it's going to work out well. I think this movie will be just as big as a mess as Batman v Superman. Because it's another movie where they're going to have to introduce a bunch of alternate versions of characters. Even though we've only seen the Flash, this version of the Flash, once in this universe. And it was in Justice League, which not the correct version of Justice League. So, and they're going to show us Michael Keaton Batman. Michael Keaton Batman. Now, this Michael Keaton Batman isn't just going to be like it's Thomas Wayne or whatever, like it is in the Batman and Flashpoint storyline, which you should read. You should watch the DC animated movie. It'll probably be better than this live action film will ever be. But he's going to be actual Burton Batman. Let's talk about Burton Batman. Burton Batman is bad. It is not Batman. That Batman kills people. And why that is a problem is because the main point of Batman is that he has a freaking moral code not to kill people because is his eyes. He could kill the Joker, who, yes, deserves to die, but once he kills the Joker, what's going to stop him from killing a simple bank robber? Nothing. He thinks he won't come back from killing people. He will just take out the anger from his parents' death and just murder everybody who doesn't deserve it. So he refrains from killing no matter the cost, no matter who dies, no matter what. That's the interesting point of Batman. That's the point of the freaking Batman character. Okay. 1989's Batman. It's a fun movie. It's a beautiful looking movie. It's amazing visually. It's got a beautiful score. Got some great performances, especially from Jack Nicholson as the Joker. You know? But not good. Because, number one, it's very dated. It's got Prince music in it. Very dated Prince music. Pot in my hand. It's trying to be like all dark and edgy. Even though it's again, you're adapting Batman. Batman was Adam West like a few decades before this. You could say that one's too goofy. Well, I say this one's too dark. This isn't like the Christopher Nolan ones that are they're not the most accurate Batman movies, but they're having fun with the character, and they're darker stories like an actual Batman story should be. But yeah, like people act like people still act like those movies are actually accurate interpretations of Batman. You're wrong. They're not. He kills people. Batman don't do that. If you want a good interpretation of Batman, should not kill people. Also, he should be an actual character and not be focusing just on not Bruce Wayne, Batman, and focus more on Bruce Wayne because factually, if you want to, I know that you want to sell your freaking action figures of Batman and Superman. It's not, their stories are not about those characters. They're about the people under the mask. Clark Kent is Clark Kent before he's Superman. Bruce Wayne is more Bruce Wayne than Batman. Those are the things that you need to focus on. And so that movie was a huge hit. One of the highest grossing movies at the time. Not a good movie, though. And look, I like the movie. I'm not judging people for liking the movie. I'm just saying, like, this is not a good movie. And bringing in this version of this character in a universe where you already have a version of Batman that kills people, which he should not do, and people have complained about it. You're going to do that again? Like, why? And then the other news part of this story is that they're going to make a Batman Beyond movie in 2023. And it's, going to be the basic Batman Beyond stuff. But Michael Keaton wants Burton to direct it. Now, I love Burton. Let's talk about Burton for a minute. I love that guy. That guy made Beetlejuice, Corpse Bride. He came up with the concept for Nightmare Before Christmas. He didn't direct it. Frankenweenie I really like. He's done a lot of good stuff. Batman isn't one of them. A lot of the problem with Batman Returns is Burton. And also the production issues with them trying to make it I guess that's Batman Forever I'm thinking of. But point is, they Burton is that problem. He went too dark. He got too much creative freedom, and he just can't have Batman. He doesn't even, by the way, if you want to argue that this movie, Batman 1989 and Batman Returns, are accurate interpretations of Batman, keep in mind this. Burton never read a comic book in his life. In his life! He might have read one now, but back when those movies came out, he had never read one. He knows zitch nada about Batman. He just knows there's some guy called the Joker. He has some cool gadgets. He has a car. He dresses as a bat. And I guess his name's Bruce Wayne, and his parents died. The basic stuff that you could find out from a freaking Google search. Okay? It is really dumb. First off, Batman Beyond is a cool idea. You should do that. But it would work better as an animated movie. It was an animated series. Would be so much better as that. Like Spider-Verse, if you want to recapture that success. But Burton directing it just would not work for the style of that show, which you are adapting a show, not a comic, because, I think it was a show before it was a comic, whatever. But you're adapting, but people would more so know the show. I more know the show than the actual comic book character, which is unusual for me, but it's just what happened. I do actually read Batman Beyond comics, but I don't remember exactly when they started. It is it's just ridiculous. I don't know. I don't know. Now, there's a chance all this could be good, but a lot of this seems like we're setting up another cinematic universe, which you should not do, honestly, with DC. The reason why is because Marvel has one. Yeah, Marvel lasted 10 years. 10. Okay? Who's to say they're going to last another 10? Even another 5? You don't know. I don't think they're going to last another 5. I think there are a lot of people who are saying, I'm done with Marvel. And your next movie is a freaking Black Widow movie and the Eternals movie. I don't think those are going to be huge hits. Maybe the Black Widow one will be a decent hit, but I think there might be a box office disappointment there. And then you watch the Eternals, which, who the hell knows what the Eternals is, right? So I could see that one being a big box office disappointment. And, yeah, I don't know. And I can't do it. I can't do this right now with DC. I want good movies. I want good interpretations of amazing characters, but what we're doing is we're going back to the crap that didn't work. We're making the Snyder Cut. We're not moving forward. We're not taking Shazam and making a Shazam 2. We're not making that a priority. How much have they really talked about making Shazam 2? Like, not at all. Aquaman 2. Wonder Woman 2 they've made. But, it's this whole crisis in the world. We don't get to see it. But, it's like, those are the things that worked. Do that stuff. Do not take the Snyder Cut and make it. Do not make Batman kill people. Twice. Sorry, third time now. This will be the third time. All you need to do... Heck, I would be okay if they took this movie, these DC animated movies, and adapted them shot for shot. Because nobody freaking watches these movies. Nobody. They are direct-to-video and nobody sees them. If you took those movies and did them shot for shot, I would actually be happy. Because it would be attention to good stories out there that no one is doing. In film, they're doing it in direct-to-video format, not actual big-budget movies. And it's just sad. It's really, really sad. Like, why are we doing this? I'm losing it, people. I just want my characters to be good in movies. When people tell me Superman and Batman sucks, I'm sad. Not because they just don't like Batman or Superman, but, they've seen the movies where they suck. And yeah, they suck within the movies. They don't suck within the comics, the TV shows, direct-to-video movies, games. But in the movies, they suck. The only reason people are not so much saying that about Batman as often is because of these movies. Dark Knight. And really, I don't see anyone talk about 1989 Batman anymore. It's not a thing. It could drum up success, but I don't think so. I think we're just done. I think we're just done with that interpretation of Batman. Why can't these people accept when we're done with something? We don't need a Matrix 4. We don't need any of this crap. Just accept that we're done. I don't know. We'll still never get a good Superman movie. And you know what? I'll tell you this. My least favorite YouTuber of all time is Throwback Theater. This guy hates The Last Jedi, okay? Which he's inclined to do, okay? You can hate whatever movie you want, okay? hates The Last Jedi because there's some plot holes that don't make sense, and it's not accurate to Star Wars, and it's, you know, it's disrespectful to the franchise and crap. But yet he likes the DC movies. He loves Justice League. He loves Man of Steel. He loves Batman vs. Superman. He loves Suicide Squad. You know, those movies that are disrespectful to the characters? You know those movies? You know those movies that Zack Snyder has been disrespectful to the fans about by saying, well, just F you if you think Batman shouldn't kill people or whatever, you know? He said that in an interview. That's not the exact quote, but you can find it out there. But it is awful. Okay, so why I think it's not that you cannot dislike The Last Jedi for being disrespectful to Star Wars. If you like these movies, because they're equally disrespectful, if not more, to the DC characters. Like, why are you throwing a temper tantrum about The Last Jedi? If you're okay with this. Heck, Rise of Skywalker is disappointing. And a lot more disrespectful to the Star Wars franchise than Last Jedi. But I get it. It's his opinion, but like he also pushes his opinion too much. He uploaded a video on Father's Day about how Man of Steel is the perfect Father's Day movie. Yeah, that movie where Superman's daddy tells him that he should have just let some kids drown on a bus and he shouldn't have saved them. You know, that's some great parenting right there. And you know why people hate that scene? Because it's not a question of morals. It's not a deep thing like people say. No. You know, it's idea. They're talking about Superman's moral code, and you know, is it right for him to do this? He's got to protect people around him. It's like, no. If you see people in danger, there was no other choice to save them. Why people hate that scene is because the thing that they're questioning isn't even a question. Superman did the right thing. As an audience, we will always see it as Superman did the right thing. Sorry. It is piss poor writing, and I find it so disrespectful. And then, you know, when people comment on his video, this is the best Superman movie, and I've responded to some of these people. I've been like, bro, I've read Superman comics and watched Superman movies, games, and books, and, you know, stuff like that for years. This is not Superman. I've commented why I don't think it's like Superman, you know? And they just think that I'm just joking somehow or something. He has created such a bad audience of people. Because, like, I mean, you enjoy his videos, whatever. I don't care. That's not the problem. The problem is that, you know, he's created all these people that support him. And just, like, I feel like the dude's lying in a sense. Because what he's saying just literally makes no sense. And maybe he isn't. Maybe he's telling the truth. And maybe these are just his bullcrap opinions. Because, you know what? I think it's okay to think someone's opinions are bullcrap. But at the same time, it's like, bro, really think about what your opinion is. Like, I hate The Last Jedi because it's disrespectful to Star Wars. But I love the DC movies that are equally disrespectful to DC. If not more. Definitely more. So, you know, we'll see what happens there, but the movie, if it happens, Flashpoint's going to be a huge mess, and we're going to have a repeat of everything all over again, except there will be no campaigning for another cut of another movie, because I think Warner Brothers learned their lesson, and they'll probably just end up making the movie or not making the movie at all.